She is often described as enthusiastic, motivating, and insightful. Her passion for what she does improves many lives by increasing resiliency, improving balance, and shifting perspectives by encouraging the quality of life and work. Her passion is helping the helpers. We welcome Ana-Christina.
Congratulations to the graduates. My name is Ana-Christina, Wadle, and I need for you to envision a conference room that's at least 2.5 times the size of this one, so it goes way back, and the whole conference room is dark, except for the stage. And at this time, I wasn't a speaker. I was a purchasing manager for a large national company. And I was being asked to come up to the front of this room to do some training. And I was nervous. But not because I had to speak. I was nervous because every single person in the room was my superior. I was the lowest placed title in that huge room, and I didn't know why they were asking me to speak to these people. I didn't feel qualified. And what made it worse was the man in the middle, down this row, way at the back with his arms crossed, was the CEO of this company. And I have not met him personally, but I read in the newspapers that this man made, on a bad year, $26 million a year. So I wasn't nervous because I had to speak in front of 500 plus people. I was nervous because I didn't trust in myself. And I had to make a decision in Las Vegas that morning. And I made the decision to stop making excuses. And I'm going to challenge you tonight to stop making excuses. I want you to bring your strengths into the room, regardless of which room you come into. I want you to bring your strengths into your new job. And I want you to bring your strengths into your future. Because this is how I look at excuses. It's a box that traps you, and you get stuck in your life. And the problem is you make excuses. Well, you know what? If I was younger, I would do it, but I can't. I have somebody here in these blue rows today that's 55 years old and graduating. Age didn't stop him. Sometimes you say, well, you know what? I'll do it when I get older. Because now you're too young, right? I'll do that when I get older. Sometimes we use money as the excuse. You're trapped. You can't move. You're trapped in this box. I don't have the money. Well, I would do it if I had more money. Well, I would do it if I won the lottery. We make excuses. And we even sometimes we use our past. Say, you know what, if you only knew what I've been through, if you only knew what I was going through right now, right? So sometimes we use these excuses. So one thing I would like to talk to you about is saying, how do we stop making the excuses? How do we get out of this box? And I don't know if you're like me, but I'm stubborn, and I don't like for people to tell me what to do. So don't tell me to stop making excuses. Tell me how to stop making excuses. Right? In the middle of life. Because sometimes life kicks you, right? Yes, no? Yes. Sometimes it knocks you down. You say, you know what, Ana-Christina, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know the details of my life. And I say, I know. I don't know the details. What I do know is I do know what it's like to be knocked down. And I do know what it's like to get back up. I have a 20-year construction management background. And instead of building houses now, I build people. But the fact is, 14 years ago, I became an escapee. Oh, really? What did you escape from? Well, I escaped from a tiny island in Alaska where I lived, and I escaped from a domestic violence situation with my first husband. And I landed at DIA with 3 tiny little boys and a backpack. And you better bet I know what it's like to be knocked down, have to start over, and know what it's like to get back up. So because I have a construction background, I'm very big on tools. And so I want to share 3 tools with you tonight that will help you. Are you interested in some tools that will help you when life knocks you down? Yeah. How about, are you interested in some tools that will help you to be more effective, more efficient, more comfortable in your new job, and even maybe have it be a little bit more fun? Yeah? Let's do that. So, when you're stuck in the excuses box, this is one of the tools that has helped me. I'm not telling you to paint a smiley face on your life. I'm telling you these tools have helped me and I know they work. Okay? The first tool that I would give to you is to find a role model or a mentor. And the crazy thing about that is, it doesn't even need to be anybody you know. It can be an author, it can be an artist, it can be a musician or an athlete, or a doctor, anybody. As long as they're a person of character and they show success to you. I don't mean success money-wise, I mean success in life. And you watch that role model and you watch that mentor and you say, wow, that's going to help me step out because I'm going to mimic them a little bit. That's the first tool. Role model and mentor. The second tool, when you get stuck back in this box, would be to think of something that you've always wanted to do. And I spoke to a few of you this evening, and these are some of the things that some of the people in this room said, the graduates, okay? I asked them, what have you always wanted to do? I heard skydiving twice. Own and drive a Porsche. Move to Italy. Bring as many people to Christ as I can. Salsa dancing. If I could salsa dance, I'd show you, but I can't. My little sister can. Travel somewhere exotic, go back to Texas to visit family, and pursue my career. So when you're stuck in this box, I want you to think about this second thing. Try something, move towards something that you've always wanted to do. I'm not saying that the person that wants to go to Italy can go tomorrow. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying she can start to take some steps toward realizing that dream in the future. And that picks you up. That gives you energy to do what you need to do. Okay? So the first step is role model and mentor. The second step is do something you always wanted to do. And the third step is very simple. Not easy, but very simple. Do something different. Because I guarantee you, the job that you get, if you already have the job, or the job that you're going to get after you graduate, isn't going to be perfect. And you may not like something in your job. You may not like something in your personal life. What I'm going to ask you to consider is when you're in those hard times, when you're stuck in the excuses box, do something different. Otherwise, you get stuck and you get trapped and you say, you know what, this stinks. I hate being in here and this is my life and I can't move. What do I look like? I look kind of stupid, right? You're going to step out of the box. So those are 3 steps that you can take. And the way that I look at it is you can't make any changes until you make baby steps. Baby steps toward those things. So for example, when I found myself stuck in different times of my life, I looked toward role models. One of my role models is a man that I've never met, and one of my goals is to take him to lunch. And his name is Dan Miller. And he wrote a book called 48 Days to the Work You Love. Because the work that I was in before, because of layoffs, I started to feel trapped. Like I was in the box. I can't leave. I need to make money for me and my kids. I was a single mom for 10 years. So I made excuses. And I found some tools because he was a role model to me. Okay? Something I always wanted to do. I've told some of you in the Blue Rose, something I always wanted to do was learn to ride a motorcycle. And my motorcycle that I rode actually this afternoon, because I learned at 43, last fall, I learned how to ride a motorcycle. Something I always wanted to do, and my motorcycle is the color of your robes tonight. No joke. Okay? But I had to take steps to do that. I wanted to learn how to play the drums. And at 39, I said, I'm going to start researching this. I researched it on the internet. So let's look at how this is going to work. I researched it on the internet. That was one step. Then I went and talked to somebody who was married to a drummer. I talked to the husband of my friend. And then I started saving money, because now I knew how much they were going to cost. And then I went and anybody know Media Play? Remember how it shut down over here, right close by Media Play? They had drums on sale. So I bought a set of drums. And now, I don't know how many steps over here, my mic cord isn't long enough. I'm on my second set of drums in my basement. And I don't care how good I am, I really don't. I love to play the drums. Does that give me energy for my work? Yes or no? Does it give me energy to be a better mom? Yes. Something you've always wanted to do. Puts a light in your eye. And the last thing, we're talking about doing something different. When you find yourself trapped in this dumb box, and you find yourself making excuses and playing the victim and playing the martyr, because we always do it, it's normal. It's part of being human. My point is, don't stay here. So when you feel stuck, I want you to do something different. Well, you don't understand, Ana-Christina. My boss is a jerk. You don't understand, Ana-Christina. I have trouble with a coworker who's just, look at what I look like. I'm still making excuses, right? Limping along. What I want you to do is step out and do something different. Maybe you get more education. Maybe you get more information. Maybe you get some communication skills. Maybe you get your attitude adjusted, right? And nobody's going to adjust it for you. But do something different. And it's about taking those baby steps. And that will get you out of the excuse box and empty your box. There's no excuses in there, okay? For the graduates sitting in these chairs, on your left shoulder, kind of in the left shoulder area of your chair, some of them have a piece of blue tape. If you take that blue tape, there's about 5 or 6 books that I'm going to give away tonight. If you find that piece of blue tape on your chair, you can take that back to that book table that's called Tools of Hope, and you can get a free book or a free CD tonight. The book that I wrote is called Tools of Hope, because I decided I wanted to give people tools to be able to have resilience in their life, professionally and personally. You have taken steps to be here tonight in these chairs. You've taken a lot of steps. And I'm very, very proud of you. I've had some great conversations already tonight. And I won't say names, but there's one woman sitting here in a row, and it touched me. She said, I'm graduating with this degree. Sorry. She said, because my daughter died, and this was her dream. And so I've already heard just some amazing stories tonight because of the steps that you have taken. And I'm going to encourage you to keep taking those steps. And when you find yourself trapped in the stupid excuses box, to take some steps up and out so that you can go forward. Congratulations.